Hi guys, welcome back to the Drive Life channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about why a cheap Volvo will be the best car you will ever own. So obviously we've been in lockdown for the past 3 months here in the UK. We've spent most of the year in lockdown, to be honest, and a big thing that everyone's got into has been exercising, going outdoors, just doing as much stuff as possible to keep us from being bored. Now, I obviously bought this car at the start of last year, so I spent pretty much most of my ownership in lockdown with it. But it's been a really good car to just be able to go out and do activities with and enjoy without having to sort of ruin it, really. So I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about here. Is the fact that I don't mind chucking the dog in the back seat and going for a nice long walk. We've just been there today. Bob was fast asleep on the way home, and because I only paid £1,500 for the car, hair and stuff doesn't bother me too much. Obviously I'm going to hoover it out, but it's just something that you don't mind doing, and I think you can actually do a lot more with a car like this than perhaps a financed SUV that you're too scared to use. This sort of car is much more of a lifestyle car than a lot of the SUVs nowadays are, because you can really use them without having to worry about them. Obviously the Volvos are really robust. I've taken this down dirt tracks that it really shouldn't be going down. It goes through snow, rain, mud, takes me to work every day, and it's just a really nice, comfortable place that you don't have to worry about sort of damaging, because it's robust, but if you do, you didn't pay that much for it in the first place. So that's number one. The next thing is because if you can have much more confidence about working on it yourself. So obviously the whole premise of this channel is the fact that we maintain the car ourselves rather than taking it for a dealer and everything like that. And on these cheaper cars, parts are cheaper, but also we're not afraid to really get our hands dirty, and if we do something wrong, generally it doesn't matter, because you can either replace it or the car was cheap enough that it doesn't matter. So that's another thing that I think is a big thing for me, especially, is that this car's really allowed me to get stuck in, get my hands dirty, and it's just a nice fun thing to do and own. I think you form a much better relationship with your car when you're doing all the work yourself and enjoying it. So that's another reason. Again, to do with the value of the car, like I said, it's not that much anyway to run, to buy even, so you don't fork out a lot of money on it, and that, like, you feel less protective of it, but also it means that you've got other money to do other things. So I can buy the parts for the car, buy decent parts for it, I can buy equipment such as my tow bar and everything like that. I'm not stretched with the monthly payment every month, forking out, I mean, the X3 there is nearly £500 a month, whereas this cost me nothing a month. Just running costs, really, which I personally quite like, that sort of financial freedom as well. And then it's sort of just, you don't, although I love this car and I do take good care of it, I maintain it, I wash it regularly, not that you'd know, but I do, I promise, in the summer anyway. You're not that bothered about where you park it. Volvos are pretty solid cars anyway. If you ever look down here, there's not many sort of door dings or anything like that, because they tend to not dent, is my experience. I've never seen many Volvos with door dings all down the side, whereas perhaps with the Mercedes, or especially my old BMW, used to get door dings at the slightest little touch, whereas these are a lot more sort of robust against door dings and things like that. And again, mileage is another one. Because the car's already depreciated, you really don't have to worry about putting miles on a car. I'll think nothing of going and taking my car on a 2,000 mile road trip across Europe when we're allowed, and I mean, the car's on 94,608. I'm sure it'll probably go on for another 100,000. That's my plan anyway, to keep it going that long. So it's just a much more relaxed driving experience. It's just, that's the way I like to own cars, because I feel like I said, you can really use them in the way that they're designed to be used. I mean, these Volvos have got loads of space, they're really safe as well, Bob fits on the back seat really nicely. We've got the boot full of stuff. We go shopping and everything, and there's just room for everyone. If you've got kids, plenty of room for them here. We've got Isofix points. They're just really good lifestyle cars, and especially without all the financial sort of terror of having to run a sort of finance car or a brand new one that you're scared to take through a puddle because you're worried about you might chip your alloys or anything like that. It's, yeah, a really nice car that you can just enjoy, and it will do everything you ask of it. So that's sort of my little 2 pence on why cheap Volvo is probably the best car you will ever own. V70 obviously is going to give you way more practicality. XC70 can take it off-roading. It's, yeah, the possibilities are endless, and like I said, they're fantastic cars to live with. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.